Hey everyone, Chris here. Thanks again for visiting my channel. So now we're going to be talking about nutrition in this video. So as far as nutrition goes, I personally like keto and kind of the paleo formats. Now I'm not saying that's what you have to do or even suggesting that's what you do. The nice thing about kind of the human body in general is all of our bodies are different. So for me personally, I react really well to keto, having no carbs in my diet. A lot of people, it's the other way around. They work really well on a high carb, high protein diet with low fats. Really, it's just kind of testing it out. There are tests out there like the 23andMe test, I believe, where they kind of give you an idea of what your diet background and your genetic DNA is. I haven't personally bought into that. Just something about giving my information to a big company, especially my DNA. I'm not too comfortable with that, so I've more or less just tried out these theories. Now, I really like the paleo concept, not so much in the sense that I'm gonna only eat what a caveman ate, because where am I gonna find a mammoth nowadays? I like it kind of more for an alternative to say what vegans actually look at a lot. So one of the core principles of veganism is they want to treat animals humanely, right? That's a big concept there. Paleo is actually, if you really break down hardcore paleo, or at least what paleo is at its concept, that really hones in on that aspect. So for example, I only eat grass-fed beef, grass-fed and finished. Big difference between grain finished, and we'll get into that in another video. Humanely treated pork, heritage pork is technically what you want to look for without any hormones. Pasture raised eggs and chicken. Now there's a big difference between cage-free and pasture. Main difference being they can be out of a cage but still be in a coop. Doesn't mean they're living a good life. And honestly, I want to look into hunting myself. The idea being that if I'm going to eat an animal, I only want to eat an animal that experienced one bad day in its life, and that would be the day of the slaughter, obviously. So I don't want something that's been force-fed, forced into conditions that it doesn't want to live in, right? That's the main concept behind what I choose to eat on paleo. Now there's different ways on how you can break that down, and we'll go over that in kind of more specific videos. And lately what I've been doing, actually, I'm on day 1 right now of keto, so part of this will be documenting my journey back into keto, because I really like the keto concept. Having less than 20 grams of carbs in a day to really burn that fat. Now, we're going to talk about kind of specific things to look at when you're on keto, but what I'm going to try to provide to you in this series is recipe ideas, philosophies behind both keto and paleo, as well as general nutrition. If you're looking at just improving your diet, we're going to be going over that too. Part of my education right now is through Precision Nutrition, which is to become a nutrition coach. Now, I'm not technically a nutrition coach right now, but a lot of concepts I can share with you. And that's just how to kind of change your mindset and your lifestyle without taking drastic steps. So for example, you're not going to go to the gym on your first day of weightlifting and just max out as much weight as you can. You're going to ease into it a bit more. That's essentially what you want to do with a diet. Now, keto isn't that flexible. Keto is a specific state your body has to be in. There's not much flexibility in that. But if you're just kind of looking for more of a lifestyle change, just eating a little bit healthier, even a lot bit healthier, you have to start with those baby steps. And we're talking long term. Keto is not a long-term diet. Now there's arguments as to if you can or can't do it long term. A lot of studies to show it does damage to the liver over long periods of time, and I'm sure there's safe ways to do it. I'm definitely not treating it as a long-term solution. For me, I'm trying to do more of keto diet and tone it back to kind of an 80-20 paleo. 80-20 being 80% of the time I'll stick strictly to paleo. Then maybe 10 to 20% of my meals I'll go out there and maybe I might do a rice meal or something like that. Again, I really like Thai food specifically. I've done a lot of Thai cooking in Thailand. So that's kind of what I like. Pad Thai is okay, but I'm more of kind of the curry guy with rice, stuff like that. So I'll do that every now and again. just so I can maintain it. I mean, when you're in a very, very strict diet, the hard part is sticking to that long term. Because what tends to happen is your body rebels, and that's when you go way off the deep end and all that weight you saw come off comes back. Now again, my history with keto was I did a strict keto for probably about 5 months. That's when I went from 230, 235 down to 172. And I'll show those pictures right here. You kind of see the difference. Now, it's taken me probably about 2 years now, and I'm just now getting back up to, I'm at about 113, 115. I'm in that range right now. 2 years. So keto really does burn off that fat and keeps it off long term. I definitely did not put it back on as quick as I lost it. Now, that doesn't mean if you go ham, you're not going to put all that weight back on. I still kind of maintain more of conscientiousness. My wife and I had our daughter, and that's kind of where we went off the deep end. We just, neither of us wanted to cook because we're dealing with the baby all the time. We're spending tons of money on Uber Eats or just picking up fast food. That's where our weight kind of really started going back up. So that's kind of a brief history on that. And again, we'll be delving into that a bit more. As far as my cooking experience, I'm not like a traditionally trained cook or chef or anything like that. I've not gone to culinary school. Again, Gordon Ramsay is a huge influence of mine. I've watched all his videos, at least as much as I can, and I grab and pull ideas from that. So we'll kind of be covering that. And then also I've done Thai cooking in Thailand. Worked with a few professional cooks out there and really liked kind of what I've learned, and I really like Thai cooking. The only problem is here in the States, really hard to find a lot of the ingredients, but I can definitely show you what I've been able to work out that works for me. Especially here kind of in the Seattle area, we have a pretty diverse range of people. There's a lot of nice little Asian marts that have what I'm specifically looking for. Might not necessarily be in your area, but we can always try to figure out kind of workarounds if that's what you're looking for. So again, if you got comments or questions, make sure to ask down below, and see you in the next video. That's about it.